What was the hardest part of seeing your friend go through what he did?
The hardest part of seeing Tanner go through what he did was not knowing, you know? Communication really means everything, and when you don't communicate with your friends or with adults or just people you could talk to, then that's when addiction and problems really start. And that's where his problem really all started was he didn't tell anyone and he wasn't open and it was just all balled up and you can't do that.
How long did you know Tanner for?
I've known Tanner since I was in pre-K, since I moved here from San Diego when I was a young lad.
Did
And
did it hit you harder because you knew him the longest out of all of the friends?
it hit me really hard. You know, there was nights that I just didn't want to go to sleep. I couldn't go to sleep. I had insomnia after my best friend left, knowing that he went through this horrific thing, this horrific addiction, and we had no clue about it because that's what miscommunication does. You could really hide things with miscommunication, and that's why you really need to communicate openly.
Did you notice his personality shift when he started the addiction?
Well, my friend Michael Franklin and I, we started to notice his personality shift because he started to act very like glim, uncolorless in a sense. You know, not speaking in reality, but speaking metaphorically that he was uncolorless. He just didn't have any color. Tanner was a very colorful kid before he started doing all these things. He was very active, and kind of the color just went out of him. Like he was always riding. He stopped riding. He even got rid of his bike. Like, do you?
Alright, I'm Tanner Manlisa. I'm 17. Um, I'm a recovering addict in the process right now.
How long were you in rehab for?
My stay at rehab was a total of 84 days.
84.
Yep.
How was the experience?
It was really rough. It got really rough. It was hard to go in there. I had withdrawal for about a week and a half. The chills and the sweats, puking at night and shit, going through that shit, not having my fix, so it was tough. And I wasn't ready to give it up at the time. And then I got extended after my 22nd day. I got extended for 56 more days, so then I ran, and it was like I wasn't giving a shit about anything at the time, didn't really care about family.
How far did you run?
15 miles. I made it until I got caught sleeping behind a market, because that was the closest store that I could go to. I was in the mountains, in all the farmlands. It was just rough the whole stay. I kind of lost hope throughout the way. I didn't know what that word meant for a little bit, and I just got my hope back. I was like, alright, I got this, I could do it. And I just kept my head up and stayed positive and went with the program, worked with the program, and just now I'm a sober addict, just taking it one day at a time. Lived my life to the fullest. Didn't know I could have fun being sober, but it's possible. So.
How do you compensate when you want to do something now? Do you talk to people?
Yeah, communication's key, you know. It's just I wasn't having communication with loved ones and close ones when I was out there using, so it just messed me up in every type of way, messed my life up. I regret it every day, but that's the past now. And I'm on the now. I can't future trip about nothing. Yeah, you just gotta keep your head up and communicate with everybody so they can help you and they know what's going on and they'll have a hand out the whole way, so it's always nice to have somebody there for you.
Alright, so T, what drugs were you taking?
At the time, it progressed from I got into Xanax about a year, like summer ago or so, something like that. And after I took my first Xanax bar, it was over for that. It was the most addicting drug that I don't know. I think I've ever taken. Even more addicting than perks for me. I just loved the way they made me feel, and it got to a point where I needed them to feel normal, not even fucked up. I like being fucked up, but I needed them to feel normal. And then I got into coke. Coke was awesome at the time, and it really was messing me up though, mentally, physically, and everything. Like, it was just messing my life up, wasting your money. Just ain't worth it than getting in Percocet and all that shit. Just being fucked up and not knowing what's going on 24/7, always having a bottle in my hand, always having some type of drugs on me. If not, then I would be freaking out, not knowing what to do, trying to rob or steal for my next fix. But that's how that went down for me. Just took me to the bottom, but now I'm back up, so I'm just grateful.